If you are running an n8n on Hostinger or any self-hosted setup and you haven't updated recently, your workflows might be at risk right now. Hostinger just sent out this security alert about CVE 2026 21858, a vulnerability affecting n8n versions 1.121.0 and earlier. So it is, if you are running your n8n self-hosted version or on 1.121.0 or earlier, then you are at the risk of losing or security vulnerability in your n8n workflows. And if you are still on an older version, your automations, your API keys, your client data, all of it could potentially be exposed. But here's the thing, security isn't the only reason to update. You are also missing out on new nodes, performance improvements, and features that could make your workflow 10x more powerful. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why you need to update and what's new in the latest version, and how to do it step by step without breaking your existing workflows. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about why keeping your n8n instance updated is non-negotiable, especially if you are self-hosting. I'll give you 5 major steps which are essential, which makes n8n upgrade essential if you are self-hosting your n8n copy. So let's get into it. First, security vulnerabilities. When you self-host n8n, you are responsible for security. Unlike cloud-hosted solutions where the provider patches things automatically, your Hostinger VPS or any other VPS won't update itself. If someone exploits this vulnerability, they could potentially access your workflows, steal API credentials, even take control of your server. And remember, your n8n instance probably has access to your crucial credentials, your CRMs, your payment gateways, your WhatsApp business API credentials, Google accounts, and so much more. The exposure is massive. Second, new nodes and integrations. n8n releases new nodes almost every update. We are talking about native integrations with tools you might currently be hacking together with HTTP requests. So HTTP requests become a bit tech when you want to integrate some of your third-party systems. But with native integration, you just need to configure it and you just need to provide some details, and your integration is ready. Every version you skip, you are missing nodes that could save you hours of work. Third, bug fixes and stability. Running an older version means you are dealing with bugs that have already been fixed. Workflow failures, memory leaks, and execution errors are of the top ones. Many of these get resolved in newer versions. Fourth, performance improvements. The n8n team constantly optimizes execution speed and memory usage. If your workflows are slow or your server is struggling, an update might solve problems you didn't even know were fixable. Fifth, community and support. If you run into issues and ask for help, whether it in the n8n community forums or even from me, the first question is always going to be what version you are on. Running outdated software makes troubleshooting nearly impossible. So these 5 reasons are the must, and it adds a lot of value to your workflows. So you should be always running your n8n instance on the latest version possible. Now let's get practical. Here's how to safely update your n8n instance on Hostinger. This can be applied to any other VPS because if your n8n is hosted using Docker. Okay. Hostinger cloud and check our current version. So I am just logging into my system, and then we will check the version. So I need to go here in my profile, click here and click on settings, and here at the top bottom left I can see the version. It's 1.91.2, which means that I am exposed to the vulnerability, as my current version is less than 1.1 to 1.0, and the vulnerability was fixed in 1.1 to 1.3. The next thing I need to do is to backup all my workflows. So one way to do the backup is you go to your instance, you go to your n8n instance, and here this is my n8n instance, and I go to backup and monitoring. I create new snapshot. This will capture the current state of your VPS, and we need that so we can restore it if something goes wrong during the upgrade process. So I'll create a new snapshot. It will be created in few seconds, and then we can proceed with our upgrade. So snapshot is created. This is the snapshot. I have it. Now I am worry free to update my n8n instance. And the other way to take the backup and save it into your Google Drive, if you are non-technical, then that is the best way to do is I go to the templates here and I search backup. Yeah, so daily workflow backup on GitLab. So we are not talking about GitLab here, we want to save our workflow in the Google Drive. So I'll just update my query, backup n8n drive. Here nightly n8n backup to Google Drive. Okay, we'll go into this. This was updated 1 year ago, this is 10 months ago. So I'll open both and check which one is better for me. Okay, so backup n8n workflow, and I'll just read it about the workflow, and whichever best suits me I'll try it. Okay, so schedule trigger, it requires some parameters. This is manual, which we can check in the workflow, and then we can decide which workflow out of these two we can use for our backup. Okay, so get all n8n workflow. This is doing some code, so it will be merging something, it will be preparing for the backup, and then backup will be saved in the Google Drive. So the next workflow is all about this. So we can zoom it a little bit, and it has so many steps. So get Google Drive folders. So it is doing the folder wise structure, and ignore any other folders other than n8n backups. Okay, so it is making sure that we are saving our n8n backups in a separate Google Drive folder, so that it doesn't lying all our backups doesn't lying on the my drive folder everywhere, and it is organized into the folder structure which we can utilize it later. So this one is complex, but it looks good, so we will go with that, and we will then try this. So it is also deleting backups older than 30 days. So there is a purge logic also set in this workflow, so this one is better. So it is so after that I click on this use for free. When I click on it, it gives me option how do you want to use it. So import template to this my Hostinger instance. So I'll click on it, and then I have the template ready to use, but I need to configure these two. Yep, so this is my personal email account, and I want to use it for this backup, and I got this API key, open docs. So I have not created any n8n API yet, That's why it is asking me to create one new credential, and these are the steps given here. So what I'll do is I'll close this for now. Close. I'll go to settings in a new tab. New tab is not possible, so I'll go here, n8n MCP laptop. So if I can, I need to create a new key, n8n hosting role, no expiration. I'll give all the scopes, I'll keep it there. Upgrade to unlock the ability to save it. This is my API key. I will click here to copy, and I'll go back here. I need to give it the API key. So I'll close this. I'll go to settings again, URL, okay, and I have this one here. Cool. I'll just copy it and this remove it. So this is good. I can save it. So connection tested successfully. My API base URL is correct, my API key is correct, and connection is successful. I'll close it now. So we have it set. We can test the workflow correct. I'll set all the configurations. If you want, I can create a new video, separate video for setting this workflow and how to take the backup in detail in a separate video. Let me know in the comment. For now, I am just fast forwarding or skipping this setup. Setup is done, and we'll continue with that. I have selected each Google Drive nodes and executed it manually, and now the workflow has been completed once. So I still need to run it manually so that it can take backup of all the workflows present in my n8n instance. So now the workflow is running and we are here. Let's wait for it to do the same process for all the workflow and take the backup in my Google Drive. So meanwhile I also checked my Google Drive and found that the backup folders n8n backup and n8n old, to move the current backup to old and then delete it eventually after 30 days. So this folder will hold the latest backup every time, one version, one latest version, and the old will hold the old copies of the backup, which we can refer to within 30 days before it gets deleted. Okay, so let's see how it goes here. So now the workflow is running properly and it is being executed. All the nodes are being executed properly. The loop is going over here. Let's wait for it to finish the backup, because I have so many workflows in my instance, so it will take little longer for me. So here is the count. It is showing 11 workflows have been backed up automatically, now 14, and so on. Let's wait for it to get it finished. Completed the loop and my 62 workflows have been backed up. Let's see if it is there. So we have the n8n backup folder, and wow, so we have all the workflows here in the JSON format, and it is saving with the date, so we can refer to it every time later on. Okay, so WhatsApp voice agent. So all my workflows have been backed up, and now I am very free to update my n8n instance, and it has also backed up my automated workflow backup to Google Drive. So the workflow have been backed up as well. It's really cool. So now I have all the backups. I just need to keep it active. I just need to make it active. So my workflow is active and it will run. Okay, So let's check the schedule trigger. It will read it will trigger at midnight, and yeah, I want that to run at midnight and take my all the workflows backup. So we are really grateful for the author, Jason Orozco. Hopefully I've pronounced the name correctly. Jason Orozco. Thanks, Jason. Now, so we have already done this, and now we have the workflow backed up in our Google Drive. So let's jump quickly into our n8n instance update. So we have this guide from Hostinger, which we are going to use to update the n8n instance. So if you are not hosting your n8n on Hostinger, you are using some other VPS, then you need to follow these steps. You need to do it using SSH. Okay, so these are 4 steps and it is really quick. You can do it. You can SSH into your server, and then you need to run these 3 commands. Okay, but we are on Hostinger, so we will use this step using Docker Compose Manager. So I need to go to my n8n and Docker Manager. I need to find it out. Okay, I am here and I am in the H panel. So I'll go here, I'll click on the projects. I'm in the Docker Manager, and if I have the update, yeah, so it is running and I have the option to update it. Let's update and let's wait for it. Your project is being updated. You can manage your VPS when update is finished. Oh, it was so quick, but it failed. Okay, we have 2 containers, n8n1 traffic. So do they tell us anything? Docker Manager. So I'm here, I just click update, but it didn't. So I'll try again. Let's try one more time. If it is failed again, what we'll do is we will stop these instances, and then, so it is again failed, we'll go to Docker Manager again, projects. Yep, so we'll stop the instance first and then we'll try to update it. It might work. Okay, let us wait until it is stopped. Okay, now it is in stop state. I can update it. Let us try another step. We can ask Kodee, I want to upgrade my n8n instance. Okay, so it has given me these commands. What I can do is I will just open it again here, and I'll go to the terminal. I don't need to switch anything, switch the window or go to the terminal. I can access it from here itself, and I have Kodee has given me these commands, so I'll copy it one by one. So it is just asking me to switch to the directory, and this directory is not there. So what can we do? So n8n is already running, but it is not found here. Which Docker? So user bin Docker. Okay, it is not working, so we need to find it out. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this and give it to Kodee. Let's see what it does. And let's try this terminal. Okay, so we are in the root now. What we need to do here is docker compose pool. Let's try this, if it works or not. Oh yeah, it works. So we are not doing anything, we don't need any coding knowledge. That's why I am using this panel, so that you can try this as well. And we already have the backup, we have the snapshot, we have the backup in the JSON file in our Google Drive, so we are worryless. We don't need to worry at all. This will be as smooth as we need. Okay, so let's wait for it to get finished pulling the latest image of the n8n. Alrighty, so we have this ready. The first command has already run, and now we have the second one. So this will stop the Docker and then restart it to get the changes affected. Okay, so the third one will be to run it again. We'll copy this and we'll wait. So this is already removed, and now it will be recreated. Error response from daemon. So we don't need to do anything, we just copy the message and paste it here. Kodee will guide us with a resolution. Maybe because of this error, it was the automatic update was being rejected or failed. So I'll just copy this. I have copied all the commands. Okay, so it has deleted everything, the current one, and now we'll run it again. So if we take pull, so if we copy all the 3 commands and enter it together, it runs all of them one by one. So we can do that as well. Okay, so now if we check the output, there was a warning, the version is obsolete, will be ignored, please remove it and avoid potential conflict. So for now it is a warning, so we will skip it for now. We will do it later. So if we want to fix it, what we'll need to do is we will need to copy this again and give it to Kodee. It will give us correction command, but for now we'll just skip it and we'll check if our Docker and n8n has been updated or not. Okay, it is also saying that warning is harmless and only means your Docker compose uses an older version field. So we can update it later, but for now let's just focus on this. So we'll just hide it and I'll check. So what we'll do is we'll go here and we will just refresh this and see if it works or not. Okay, so we are logged out because we restarted our server, so we need to log it again. We need to log in again. Let me enter the 2FA, and this is just a pop-up, we can hide it. So I just entered it and it worked. Okay, so here we have, do we have something different? Are we on the latest version? Let's see. So what we, yeah, maybe something different is there. Our name has been removed from here, so we have something new here. Okay, so we have directly settings here, and we can go here, personal, and hooray, we have the latest version. Congratulations everyone, we have version 2.3.4, which is the latest version. We can check it. So here is the source code. We are on the open source version, definitely, that's why we are using it for free. Just we are paying for the hosting or any VPN services. So we can click here and we can confirm that we are on the latest version. 2.3.4 is the latest version. We can confirm it by checking it here. It is the latest version. It was updated 14 hours ago. So you have all the latest things in your self-hosted n8n, and here is my account details. Okay, if I go back here, we have all the new things, and it is needed. Believe me, we have all the security vulnerabilities in the old versions, and the newly launched nodes are not accessible if we don't update our instance. So we need to keep our instance up to date, and that's it. We are good to go. We can now utilize all the new features of n8n in our workflows, in our old workflows as well. But I recommend you need to try running your all the workflows again to make sure that there is no error in any of the workflows, and all the workflows are running smoothly. Okay, before I wrap up, let me share some best practices for maintaining your self-hosted n8n. Setup update notification. So set some notification in your Google Calendar or somewhere where you are notified every month for upgrading your n8n instance, and it is very straightforward. Believe me, you just need to run 3 to 4 commands and it will be updated. Our automated update didn't work because since long time we didn't updated it, but if we keep updating it regularly, then automatic update will also work, and you don't need to use terminal to run commands manually. Okay, so you need to set up notification to update your self-hosted n8n instance. Second thing, schedule regular updates, which we already set in the notification. So once it is done, we can get into our hostinger panel or our server and run this command, or do it by click and go method. You need to document your setup. So the steps we are following in this video and the steps you are doing for your instance, you need to document it somewhere in the Google Doc or somewhere where you can just use it every time, because you cannot watch the video every time and spend a lot of time. This is for one time, and you can watch it definitely. It is wise to take notes of the steps you are following and keep it somewhere which you can access it easily and follow it for your next updates. Okay, consider staging environment. If n8n is critical to your business, test updates on a separate instance before applying them to production. And finally, monitor your workflows. Set up error notification so you know immediately if something breaks after an update. So that's it. If you are running n8n version 1.1 to 1.0 or earlier, stop this video right now and go update. Seriously, if this video helps you, hit that like button, subscribe for more n8n tutorials and automation content. I'll keep adding videos to my channel related to AI automation and n8n, and drop me a comment below telling me what version you were running before upgrading your n8n self-hosted instance. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.